Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a Sims 4 video for you. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm embracing the color blue today. If anybody's watched any of my previous videos, you will know this is not a favorite color of mine. And I am well aware that it is a favorite color worldwide. I was just never a blue person. So there are aspects of blue, I think. There are certain blues that I go, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. But it was never my go-to color. I do wear blue, but it's not something I gravitate toward in a store when I'm buying clothing. But I do like gem tones, so who knows? Sapphire's not bad. I would wear a sapphire ring, I'll tell you that much. I think that's very pretty. But the gem is pretty, not necessarily the color. But I'm going off on another tangent of mine as usual. I will first discuss the build here, which, oh boy. I went with the way the neighborhood is already built. If you understand that, yeah. I stuck with the way the homes are normally built in this neighborhood. Of course, I gave it my own little twist. And I went back 3 times and adjusted things, and I still messed up. So I have to apologize for that right away. The front, there's a roof on the front of the house that I never colored. Made me very angry. I went back and adjusted one of the bathrooms, but I did it. It was not what I went in there with the intention of doing. I just wanted to give a half bath in the hallway. And it ended up being a second major bathroom. Anyway, I don't think this is one of my better builds. That's all I can tell you. And I still don't think I've convinced myself to embrace the color blue by doing this. But I remember in my own childhood, there was a blue phase in this house. And that might be why I'm not a big fan of the color blue. I don't know. But again, there were certain aspects of that design phase that stick with me that I thought were rather pretty and interesting. You know what? I think a lot of people are that way. I'm trying desperately in my self-help here to let go of what I think are ridiculous mind or attitude blockers. And when I say things like that, anything that I say that makes me stop and go, did you really just say, do you honestly believe? Things like that, I'm trying to catch myself at so that I can address them and figure out a way to either cut it out of my thinking or work around it so that I'm not looking at everything from a negative, horrific attitude. Is that the word? So that's where I am with that. And I think that's where I am with the color blue. Isn't this weird? I had a weird weekend. I'm sorry. Everything was just suspended in midair, and I know I shouldn't say that because part of it was the fact that my daughter was returning from Oklahoma via plane. And it was the one day where just about the entire country was covered in stormy weather. So I just could not sit still. I couldn't do anything, and I certainly couldn't function normally, meaning I couldn't make a video. I couldn't play any video games. So I just sat here watching. I caught up on some of my subscribed channels, and a majority of it was the conservative twins. They are so cute. I just adore them. I think they're adorable. But it's the Hodge brothers. And I like their approach to conservative thinking. It's sweet, but it's also very accurate. And they're not in your face. They're not pushy. And they don't demonize anything the way the left would. And I really appreciate that. I am so tired of being called this and that or the other simply because I'm white. And I never, ever did or thought that way towards any other race. But I don't want to get into that. Don't want to get into that. I'm just saying it's refreshing to listen to people like Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, the conservative twins, and there are others out there, speaking logically, maturely, and without malice. That's all I think I and a lot of people want, is to be treated with respect, the way we have treated other people, which is how it's supposed to be. Sure, if you're going to be disrespectful and someone's disrespectful to you, well, hey, you get what you deserve. But when you are respectful towards others, you have no malice, and you've always thought a certain way, to have someone you don't even know look you in the eye and call you a name that you would have never associated with yourself, simply because they can. Not because it's true, but because it's the thing to do. That's frustrating. So I spent my whole weekend being uplifted by these voices so that I could remain calm until my daughter's plane touched down and she was actually standing in front of the door going, "I'm home." It was horrible. But I got through it. I made it. Everything's fine. She's back. She had some wonderful pictures. It was a very pretty place. She visited this Native American museum, and I kept scrolling through the pictures going, this is so cool. And I'm like, read everything. Read everything that's in this museum. Try not to forget. The problem is, I'm at an age where these tiny little phones are just useless to me. I'm farsighted, so I have to hold the phone. I gotta put the phone on the floor just to see what's going on. And I'm not as dexterous. You think you are, but using a thumb on these tiny little keypads, and you think you're hitting an A and you get an S, and so my kids make fun of me all the time with my text messages because they're coming out gobbledygook. And all I'm trying to say is, how are you, dear? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? And they're getting these monstrous what color is the planet? Zeldoid or something. It's frustrating. And then that autocorrect makes it even worse. That's not what I typed. That's not what I meant. Hey. So it's difficult unless I'm communicating with them face to face. It's really difficult for me. So I'm in there. Now this back of the house here, this is where everything just went kaput. This bathroom was original, and I had originally wanted it to be a hall bathroom as well. And then I thought, well, that's not going to work, because then where's the bath going to go? So I thought, okay, well, I'll give them a master bath here, and then out here I can give them a half bath. And I ended up making it another full... It's a full bath. And then I didn't even go through it to show you. But it's exactly like the other one. It has, well, no. The master bath had a shower tub combo. And that second bath has the sink and the toilet and then that shower thing that you stick on the wall from Snowy Escape. I liked my yard, and it might look incomplete to some, but I just didn't want to go nutsy with the landscaping. But I think that it's okay for this neighborhood to have about this much to do in a yard, if that makes sense. I doweled up this side entrance here, and I thought it came out okay. But this circular roof in the front here, I didn't even color it. But that went from balcony to roof, and I think that might be why I forgot about it. So sorry about that. But that's the build and my attempt at making everything blue. I hope you enjoyed this. I thank you so much for supporting my channel. Subscribe if you're interested, and like the video if you did. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.